Good focus and fundamentals to start the game. You're off the ball. You're on the midline. You're engaged while the ball is on the wing. You got your pistons pointing out. Your teammate gets beat off the dribble because he gambles for a steal, and you rotate over to close up the gap. Then he gets off the ball quickly, and then you sprint out to get back to your man and try to rotate. You do the right thing where you close the gap for your teammate who gets beat, and then basically getting right back to an off-balance closeout, which you have to. Great job. Way to be aware. Great effort. I'm very proud of you of your left hand development. You continue to work at it. You catch the ball. You get the big who rotates over, and he comes up and gives a quality contest. He's kind of right there, and you lay it up and hit it. Excellent job. Great job here on offense. You catch the ball here, and you use really good footwork. You catch the ball. You kind of do a semi head fake because he's coming off on an off balance closeout. Then you take a really good dribble going toward the basket. The main thing I like here is when you shoot the ball, your feet are set, and you're about to shoot a fall away, and that's hard to do, especially going right. Excellent job. Quality shot here. Your teammate gets a screen, splits the zone, and kicks out to you with a corner. Your feet are set. You get a quality look. You missed the shot, but excellent job of having your hands ready and your feet set and balanced. Great job here of communicating with your teammate. You're letting your teammate know, go to the basket, get the shot. You're telling him to shoot it, which is really good and smart because nobody is in front of him. And you continue to tell him to shoot the ball. He gets a nice quality shot, knocks it down. Excellent job. I want to shout out your hustle here. We turn the ball over and they get the ball up the court and you sprint. You are sprinting to get in front of this ball and you get there and you contest his shot. Excellent job. Way to not quit on the play. That's winning basketball. Excellent read here. Anytime you beat somebody off the dribble, you're already doing the right stuff. So you have beat him. This person is now behind you. But what you do, which is key, you scan the court. You also turn your head to look behind you. So you can see where that guy is, and you can also still see forward so that you can know that the person can't come from behind and steal it from you, so you know how to adjust. And you see your teammate cut to the basket. Excellent bounce pass. He gets a quality shot at the rim. Great read. Way to push the ball. Way to scan the floor in front of you and behind you. Way to focus on the small details on defense. You keep your head on a swivel and you keep your head going back and forth, looking at your man and looking at the ball. Great fundamentals. Love that. Keep that up. Great play here. Your vision is really good. Way to get down the court. The person who took the ball out is wide open down the middle. Nobody has stopped him and he's just coming down the court. And you have excellent vision where you see him and you keeping your eyes always scanning the floor and you whip a pass to him. He gets a wide open layup. We get the bucket. Great read. Way to keep your head up. Small details here. Way to do the right stuff that we talk about on defense. He gets a step on you right here. And your job is to not just run along his side. It's to sprint and beat him to a spot and then cut him off and get directly in front. And that's what you do. That's fundamental. That is winning basketball. Great job. Good job here with your hezzy. You've been doing a great job of using this, using it the right way, and really using your back leg as power to load off of. You're really pushing off that back leg, and you got that hezzy with them. Change the speed. You get to the rim. You get to your left hand layup. Great job, and great job of using that left hand. Good focus and intensity here on defense. I like the effort and the engagement, but we got to talk about technical stuff. Remember, when you come up and you are looking to close the gap, you have to take steps up, small steps up. 1, 2, 1, 2 to close that gap. Remember, you don't want to jump to close the gap, and you eventually jump to close the gap, which ends up giving him the chance to go forward. Right now, 2 feet are coming off the ground. They're jumping, and now he's able to get a step on you. So remember, close that gap up, but great intensity, great focus. Here we go again. You're in your zone. You're active. Your hands are up. You're focused. You're engaged. You're locked in on the ball. I can see that. So this is excellent. Another great thing is when the ball is in the air being passed, you rotate to this gap and you sit there engaged and you get there quickly. Change those hips. You're pointing, you're focused, you're engaged. You can see the ball. You can also see your man. Excellent job. Once again, when the ball is swung, when you want to close the gap, you got to come up with small steps. Don't jump. Here we go again. We jump. Both feet are here in the air. They both land on the floor at the same time. So when you jump into defense, he can now take advantage of you and go either way. And that's what he does. And he gets around you and gets a step on you. You do have help from the zone, but I want you to be able to have small steps when you close out to close the gap and don't jump into it. That way you're able to slide and not get beat off the dribble so easily. Great hustle right here. We're taking the ball here out of bounds. We get the ball in and we end up turning it over. And he catches the ball and he is directly in front of you and you are behind him. But you make effort to sprint this floor and to get in front. This is winning basketball. You get in front and you contest the shot. You didn't give up on the play. That's what we're talking about. I want that 10 times out of 10. Very proud of you. Great hustle. Let's talk about this turnover right here. You got to make sure that when you beat somebody, you're still looking at the rim. He's off balance. His hips are now opened and he's this way. So that means you should be going toward the basket, putting pressure on the rim. If he slides over and takes you, then you can pass out to your teammate, or you're just going up to go finish at the rim, or maybe like a floater. So nobody is in front of you, but you're always steadily looking to pass sometimes. And right now you're driving east to west. You should be driving toward the basket. So you're looking to pass to your teammate, but nobody is directly in front of you. Put pressure on the rim. Don't second guess yourself, because that turnover was caused by you looking to pass when you had the advantage. However, right after turning the ball over, way to respond. We're back in our zone. We got our trap on the wing. We get a deflection on the pass. And now this is a loose ball. It's anybody's ball. And you sprint and you want that ball. Excellent job. Way to get it. Use the left, get fouled. Excellent job. Right here, I just want to shout out your free throw making ability. You've been working a lot in the gym on working on your free throws, making a very high percentage. You shot it well. Great job. Keep knocking down those free throws with confidence. Really good physical screen set here. You have a nice wide base. You are standing still. You're wide. You're being strong and physical. Good job. Now, when he comes off this screen, because you set a great screen and they rotate it very poorly, they now have 4 eyes on the ball. All of these 4 defenders are focused on the ball right now, and you have popped out. And another thing I like about you is your hands are ready for the ball. So now your teammate can easily swing you the ball and you can attack the off balance closeout. And you already know they're going to be off balance. So when you catch this ball, he's coming to you off balance. That means you can now come straight down this paint and you make the right read of being aggressive. You get around them, you get to your floater, you get fouled on the shot. They don't call it, but good job of recognizing that the defense shifted and attacking the off-balance closeout. Once again, this hezzy continues to work for you. They're in the zone, a 2-3 zone. He's matched up with you. You give him a hezzy, gets him off balance a little bit, and you draw over this top guy. You draw 2, you get off the ball. Excellent job. Now, another thing I want to give you credit on is we end up getting a turnover here, but it doesn't allow you to break your focus. He gets the ball, and your job is to sprint and get in front and eventually cut him off and get directly in front of him. And that's exactly what you do. Your teammate comes from behind and steals it, but you get directly in front and cut him off. Excellent job. I want to give you some credit here. You're open on the wing looking for the ball. Your teammate draws the 2. Immediately, you're facing an off-balance closeout. So he's coming to you off balance, and you're going to drive. Now, I want to give you a lot of credit here for your instincts. You got a teammate in the corner, and this guy is supposed to step up, but he steps up and he stunts. And you are looking to pass at this moment, but you realize that he is coming back for this steal and to play this pass. And you've been working on your floater, and that was on the fly, your own type of recognition of changing it in the air. Great job, great shot. Great physical screen here, except we can't have moving screens. When you hit him, your body's still moving. That's a foul, offensive foul. So great job that you use physicality, but you can't move your feet and shuffle your feet while screening. Great recognition to start. You got the 2-3 zone and they're already coming over to you because they know a screen's probably coming. When this screen comes, you get a great screen from your teammate and then you end up splitting. You end up coming right down the middle and splitting because they gave you that gap. Excellent job to split and then get on balance. And what we've been working on is that left hand floater. And for you to do that, the big is coming up to contest and to rotate. So you take the right shot and you make the floater. Very proud of you. Excellent read, excellent timing, way to split, and way to shoot that floater with confidence and not being afraid to fail. Excellent job. Nice split here again. You get a great screen from your teammate. They're up in their zone 2-3. He sets a really solid screen and you come down and split. When you split, read the floor too. Once again, you always scan and read the floor when you're looking, but you can come back this way and continue to get down the basket because nobody is in front of you. You still have all of this middle to attack. So don't forget that. If you would have split and then came right down here, you once again have another high percentage floater / layup. You do make a really good read and pass out, but now he is there rotating over there. But still, you need to attack that middle when you have that gap. Here goes another really good quality screen by you. Strong base, wide. This allows your teammate to have a lot of room, and he's able to make that pass, and you guys are able to get another quality shot and get a bucket. Excellent screen. Good read right here. Way to play with pace. He's coming over to set the screen. You turn it down. They're used to you using it. You use that to your advantage. We can't see right now because you're blocked off by coach, but you eventually make the pass to to the corner, and your teammate gets a quality look. Excellent read. I really want to commend you on setting great screens. Here we go again. You only had one moving screen, but you set another great screen right here. Solid base, wide. You hit him right in his body. He has to really fight over it. And now your guard is able to get down to the basket and get himself a quality attempt and make the layup. Way to run the break. Once again, you do an amazing job at seeing the floor, scanning the floor. Nobody stops you. This big is kind of occupied on you a little bit, and you make the right read. Bounce pass. He gets a quality layup attempt at the rim. Excellent read. Great job. Way to make a big play here. This was a game where we're up by like 4 or 5 points, and it's kind of late, and you make a big play here. You dribble through everybody, crossing over, get to the rim and get an and one. Momentum changing play, lots of intensity. Great job. Way to make an impact. And then, like I said, you're making your free throws. You come right back up, you hit the free throw, and you solidify the and one. Way to understand time and score here. We're up. It's seconds left. We're probably up by like 7 points. And we don't have to shoot. You get the ball and you catch it and you bring it out in space to dribble out the clock more. They foul you here, but excellent job. Way to recognize that.